A great culture and good food make for a great vacation spot, but this isn't all Budapest has to offer. Welcome to Around the World. Today, we'll be looking at the top things to visit when visiting Budapest. Are you a fan of our channel? Be sure to subscribe to Around the World and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at the top things to see when visiting Budapest. Number 10. Hungarian Parliament Building. The Hungarian Parliament is Hungary's largest building and the world's third largest parliament building. It is the most renowned and distinctive edifice in Budapest, built in 1902 in the neo-Gothic style and placed on the Danube River. The structure was not only beautiful to look at, but it was also an engineering marvel. A sophisticated cooling system was built at the time of its construction to keep the building cold during the hot summers, in which a large ice cube was deposited in the basement of the building every day and cool air was circulated through a ventilation system. You may take a guided tour of the Parliament building to see its spectacular dome, which houses a 900-year-old crown, and learn more about the structure's intricate architecture. Just make sure to buy your tickets online at least a few days ahead of time, since they frequently sell out. Number 9. Thermal baths. Budapest is surrounded by numerous thermal springs, and swimming has been a part of city life since Roman times. During the Turkish occupation, the tradition was preserved, and Budapest now has a number of magnificent baths. Budapest is known as the City of Spas for its abundance of spas. The most well-known SZECHENYI thermal bath is Europe's largest medical bath and one of the world's largest spa complexes. Jumping into one of the outdoor pools, regardless of the season, and experiencing the pleasant effects of rich thermal springs. While the SZECHENYI thermal bath is open to both men and women every day of the week, some baths are hoping for men or women only on certain days of the week. Number 8. SZECHENYI Bridge. The SZECHENYI Bridge was the first permanent link between Buda and Pest, Budapest's two districts on the Danube's east and west banks. The bridge was an engineering marvel and one of the world's largest bridges at the time of its construction in 1849. The mechanical and architectural elements of the chain bridge, such as a pair of lions guarding the bridge against both approaches, were lauded. From the river, you may get a magnificent view of Chain Bridge and Budapest in general. Embark on a Budapest sightseeing boat or take a low-cost river bus. Number 7. Fisherman's Bastion. The Fisherman's Bastion is a landmark from the Buda Castle that overlooks Budapest and is one of the city's most popular tourist attractions. The monument, which was built in the same year as the Parliament, provides spectacular views of the city. The monument's name comes from a colony of fishermen who resided beneath the castle's walls in a place known as FISHERMANS and guarded the castle from attacks. The Fisherman's Bastion is a 7-tower fortification that acts as an extension of the castle. Right beyond the monument is the majestic and beautifully rebuilt Matthias Church, which holds great historical significance as the site of several notable royal coronations, as well as other significant historical events. Number 6. Buda Castle. Buda Castle, the historic Hungarian royal palace, is just a few feet from the Fisherman's Bastion on Castle Hill. In the 13th century, the first castle was built there. Museums and galleries now occupy the palace. The castle quarter, which surrounds the palace and includes well-preserved Baroque buildings, a castle park, a marketplace medieval fortress, and other attractions, provides a fascinating glimpse into life in the past. Number 5. Ruin pubs. The so-called ruin pubs, which are located in the former Jewish ghetto, are a collection of bars and pubs with a unique character. The ruin pubs are exactly what they sound like, bars in ruins. The first ruin pub, Shimple, opened in the early 2000s to breathe new life into the ruins of the former Jewish ghetto, and others swiftly followed. It's difficult to picture Budapest today without the ruin pubs. Order a beer or a beverage and relax in the bathtub, or go somewhere else intriguing, or simply walk about and take in the environment. Number 4. Citadella. The former fortress, a citadel, built in the mid-19th century for Austrian forces before the establishment of Austria-Hungary, is located on the top of Gellert Hill. CITADELLA is currently a renowned tourist destination with spectacular views of Budapest and an open-air Soviet armaments display. Visit the CITADELLA at night when all of Budapest's major landmarks are illuminated for a really magnificent experience. Don't miss the Soviet-era Liberty statue, which was erected in 1947 and can be seen from downtown Budapest. Number 3. House of Terror. You will undoubtedly find a museum or an art gallery in the city that is dear to your heart. The House of Terror, a former house of Hungarian Nazis and later a seat of two communist terror organizations, is one of the more interesting museums. The House of Terror is now a museum dedicated to Hungary's worst period in history. You may see and hear the horrors that regular people faced during these dark times. Only make sure to start with the English audio guide because the majority of the exhibits are only presented in Hungarian, with the exception of a long letter-sized description in English. Number 2. Central Market Hall. What better way to learn about Hungarian culture than by eating it? The Central Market Hall is a 3-story food hall where you may sample a wide range of Hungarian cuisine. On the second floor, there are traditional souvenirs and other fascinating products, as well as production from raw ingredients such as paprika tradition, wine, and to produce traditional cuisine. The first mayor of Budapest erected the Central Market Hall in 1897 to create a marketplace where only high-quality food could be sold. This spectacular big hall is located at the end of the popular shopping Vasai Utka in a central location to serve the city. If you're not hungry, a stroll around the kiosks is almost like taking a tour of Hungary's various regions. Number 1. City Park. City Park is Budapest's major public park and is home to a variety of exciting sights and activities. The park is a wonderful respite from the city, and you could easily spend an entire day there. The park's entrance is marked by the Heroes Square and the Millennium Monument, which features 7 chiefs of Hungarian tribes, as well as other notable leaders and a memorial stone to heroes. Walk around the majestic Gatehouse Tower and see the Jackie Chapel and Vajrahanyad Fortress, which were built in 1896 to commemorate Hungary's 1000th anniversary. The park also has an ice rink, a lake, a zoo, and a botanical garden, among other things. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other videos for great travel destinations and be sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified about our latest videos.